Alright, y'all, I'm tired. These streets be rough for us buyers agents, but I did some breakdown of math. Yes, I did some math and I wrote it down, and I'm gonna explain it as clearly and concisely as possible because I need you to understand your buying power with these interest rates and what you can do to secure your home during this crazy pandemic buying surge that's happening right now. So keep listening, ask your questions in the comments. Grab your Dr. Pepper. Let's do this. So, you hear all the time, all of the real estate agents, all over the place, mortgage loan, like all of the people are talking about these history low mortgage interest rates. The mortgage interest rate is the interest that you pay to the bank for your loan. So whenever you have a mortgage payment, you have your principal, you have the interest, you have PMI, and you pay PMI with your mortgage insurance. So if you put down less than 20% of a down payment, you'll have PMI, or you will not have PMI if you get a VA loan. That's like a perk. You also have the homeowner's insurance rolled into that, and property taxes. Property taxes are huge here in Texas, guys. We don't have state income tax, but we do pay property taxes, so they get you somehow. So I did a total breakdown with my chicken scratch, and I wanted to kind of go over numbers with you to kind of like bring it back and like be able to comprehend, because I just want to explain something to y'all and compare it, because a lot of people, you know, when they're going to buy a house, they're speaking to people who've bought a house before, which are like their parents or their aunts and uncles, or like some random person in the street that's like telling them all about their business. So I did a total breakdown. Texas, we just did a 2.5 tax rate. It's pretty typical. This is also for FHA financing with 3.5% down. So that has been calculated in. I did 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010, 2020, so that over the decades you can see what has happened. So in 1980, the interest rate was 13.74%. That's insanity. That means that if the median home price at the time was $250,000, which $250,000 is the median home price in Fort Worth in 2020, so we're just kind of like, we're having a little bit of controls. We're like getting rid of the variables. These are the controls. So in 1980, if you bought a house for $250,000 and you had a 13.74% interest rate, that means that your monthly mortgage would be $3,705.88. Wow. Likewise, in 1990, it was a 10.31%, which means that your monthly mortgage would be $3,058.19. In 2000, it was 8.05%, which was $2,657.07. In 2010, it was 4.69%. So it was $2,118.37. In 2020, with a 3% interest rate, which your interest rate is dictated based upon your credit score and your debt to income ratio and all these other things that these loan officers are going to type in and ask for all the documentation, so please get back to them ASAP. But we're going to go with a 3.0% interest rate. With a $250,000 house, your monthly mortgage will be $1,881.25. That's with a 2.5 tax rate. Y'all, that means $3,708, which was the monthly mortgage for the 13.74% interest rate in 1980. Instead, if you had today a $3,705 monthly mortgage with a 3.0 interest rate, you would be able to buy a $492,500 house. That is where we're talking about how your money goes farther. You have more buying power. You can buy bigger, nicer, better houses with lower interest rates for the same monthly mortgage. So a $250,000 house in 1980 with that mortgage rate of $3,700 and change if you bought that in 2020 with the same monthly mortgage of $3,700 and change, would actually be like $492, almost a $500,000 home. 2020 mortgage, the mortgage of 1881, if you wanted in 1980 to pay $1,881.25 towards your mortgage, that means you could only buy a house that was $127,000. Y'all, we're not even like counting inflation, we're just like talking about the numbers, so like stay with me here. I know I'm like naming off a lot of stuff, but like right now in this current climate and the current market, like I just ran some numbers, you really, I mean, you can buy some homes with FHA financing. I saw something as low as $110,000 in Fort Worth and up. A lot of those are going to be investor flips. They're going to be really nice houses, but they're going to be like 500 to 600, 700, 1,000 square feet. So people that, you know, have larger families, the buying power is really where, you know, what we're talking about when we're talking about low interest rates. So y'all could go in and buy a house, have a fairly low mortgage, monthly mortgage, and be able to like build equity and like stop this lease cycle that's happening. Now, this is the catch, because there's always a catch. I'm a little bit parched. I'm naming a lot of stuff. I gotta like keep track of my notes because I gotta make sure that I'm staying on task. So, the demand is crazy high, guys. Crazy high. Crazy high. There are, and I'm making up the statistic because I've just been out there writing offers and this is what I'm finding. There's like 8 to 10 buyers per one house. For one listing that's being sold in the $150,000 to $300,000 price range, there's like multiple bidding wars. So what's happening is that the price is getting driven up. A lot of people have been asking me, McKenna, like, with this inflation that's happening in the market, are the houses even worth that? Let's talk about something here. Like, houses are worth what the market says it's worth. The houses are worth what you think it's worth. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you walk into a house that's $200,000 and you walk through and it's not your taste, it's not your cup of tea, and you're like, it's not worth $100,000 or $200,000, it's worth $180,000. Well, like, the market doesn't care what you think because it'll appraise for what it appraises for, and it appraises for what other houses in the area in the last 6 months have sold for. So therefore, that's where the number comes out. That's where the number comes into play. So right now, the market is dictating that these houses are worth more. I can't predict in 5 to 7 years when you go to sell your house, collect your equity, roll that equity into the next house, if the home price is gonna go down. This is unprecedented times, guys. I do know that putting your money into your own mortgage instead of paying someone else's mortgage is gonna help you in the long run, 100%. So, with all of this said, what are things that I'm gonna recommend to first-time home buyers, to people that are in the lease cycle and wanna get out, people that are, you know, bought a house 5 to 7 years ago, wanna take advantage of this like killer market and take this opportunity to level up? Number one, I'm gonna tell you that you need to be prepared for bidding wars. You need to be prepared to get in there and fight and be disappointed, but don't get beaten down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in this together, we're gonna do all the things, but at the end of the day, such things as types of financing, how you specifically write your offer, things that are customarily seller's costs, such as title or survey or something that the seller will do is pay for a home warranty, and like even paying for, you know, buyer's closing costs. You're not seeing that a lot right now, because if someone comes to the table and offers to pay all of your things, you as a seller, are you going to take an offer that's going to have you pay out of pocket? Like, you're going to want to see the best net. Do you know what I'm saying? So listen to your real estate agent, listen to what we're saying, take heed to what we are saying, and we got to push through, because you may put an offer on 5 or 6 different houses and it may take the 7th or 8th try to actually lock in a home. You got to be prepared for all of the things at this point, you guys. The market is hot. So with that being said, one thing that I'm really pushing is y'all need to look into new construction. New construction costs have gone up. Why? Because the demand has gone up and because the price of lumber. Now, is the lumber having to do something with, I don't know, I'm making this up, like California trees burning and importing goods and all that stuff? Possibly. But, you know, when the demand is up and the supply is down, the prices go up. So, you know, talk to your real estate agent. This is what we are here for with new construction, to negotiate those costs and negotiate the upgrades to get you the best possible deal. And you guys, the build process for these homes are between 3 months, and I've seen them as high as like 10, 12 months, depending on the builder, whether they're a custom builder, all of that jazz. So you have options. You just need to be able to take in all of the options. Pretty much, you can get a house, a brand new construction house, at like a 175 around Fort Worth. Sometimes that's in the downtown middle of Fort Worth. I've seen that in Cleburne. I've seen that in different areas of Dallas. So 175 and up is pretty much what I say for new construction. And a lot of those times you can go on and buy an inventory home, and it's not a bidding war. You just walk in and you drop down your earnest money and you sign the contract and it's your house. So it's crazy out there, guys. It's wild. I do feel as if at this point in time, interest rates are so low that so many people are swarming to get into this opportunity for home ownership and be able to have equivocal, if not less, monthly mortgages than they are currently paying in leases. Because guys, guess what? When you're paying a lease, you're paying someone else's mortgage, and you're not just paying their mortgage, you're paying the mortgage plus some money on top, because it's a business. They're trying to generate income. They're trying to like cash back reserves in case something happens to the house, so that way it can run essentially on its own. So the best chance of y'all is to build generational wealth, to build your own like financial freedom, all of the things, is to get a hold of me, get a hold of a real estate agent in your area, talk to them about the down payment assistance program, minimum credit score of 620, 40% or less DTI, debt to income ratio, money coming in and money going out each month, less than 40%, and we can get you in touch with some phenomenal lenders. They're gonna be able to crunch the numbers and get us that pre-qualification letter so we can go out and we can fight these battles. I'm willing to put in the work for you because I believe that everyone deserves a home of their own and to live the life that they want to live. So call me, let's get it rolling. My new construction rebate is still valid, so you use me as your real estate agent when you buy new construction, whether that be Toll Brothers or D.R. Horton or Lillian Custom Homes or Clarity or Graham Hart Builder. All of these like random builders that I have like stuffed inside of my brain, get a hold of me, because I can hook you up with whoever is going to be everything you're looking for: location, budget, style, time frame, all of the things. I think that's it. Buying power, guys. There's a lot of buying power, and it's crucial at this time to have a real estate agent that's going to be able to write you a solid offer, a clean offer, and it's going to be able to follow through and really negotiate on your behalf. All right, I think that's done. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.